I hire Angstrom woman to clean and jerk the house while my stallion family Washington out. About associate in nursing hour later, she named Maine and whispered, "Ma'am, be there anyone else inch the house?" Iodine froze. "No, why bash you ask?" "There's Angstrom woman upstairs." Iodine get down trembling. "Get out of there right now." Iodine named the police and drove home Astatine top speed. I'm gladiolus you're here. If your observation this video, please like it, subscribe to the channel, and tell Main Inch the remark where you are listening to my narrative of vengeance from. Iodine privation to know how Army for the Liberation of Rwanda Information Technology our angle traveled. That day, Iodine wake up with Angstrom plan to clean and jerk the house myself. Iodine desire everything to beryllium spotless, particularly earlier the coastal rain returned. When the humidity brand everything feel heavy and dirtier, Iodine roll up my sleeves, catch Angstrom rag, and stand inch front of the life room window, ready to start with enthusiasm. Arsenic Iodine wiped the glass, the telephone inch my pocket vibrated. Iodine look Astatine the screen. Information Technology Washington Yvette, my childhood friend, whom Iodine hadn't seen inch many years. Her cheerful voice fill the phone. Lease Maine know she would loan beryllium past Dunn Savannah, Georgia for one day, and desire to invite Maine for coffee. My heart warm hearing her familiar voice. Yet an Iodine shares so many memories, run down the fields, stay up late, talk about our dreams. How could Iodine say no? Merely thinking about all the cleaning Iodine have to do, Iodine hesitate for Angstrom moment. Iodine couldn't leave the house like that. Then Iodine remember Brianna Parrish, the 20-something woman World Health Organization populate inch the alley approach my place. She Washington slight, kind-natured, and necessitate some supernumerary work to wage for her college classes. Iodine name her and she immediately accepted, grateful for the opportunity. Iodine give her precise instructions. Clean and jerk the study, scrub the stairs to the second floor, and above all, beryllium careful with the old dusty shelf belonging to my husband, Jerome. Iodine left her Angstrom spare part key and asked her to lock up tight when she finished. Iodine drove to the Magnolia Tree Cafe where yet Washington wait for me. We Saturday nether Angstrom sprawl populate oak tree. She state Maine about her life inch the city, about her child World Health Organization be already grown. Iodine state her about Jerome, his work Arsenic Angstrom print novelist, and my tranquil, though sometimes empty days. We laughed, memory old times. Inch the center of our chat, my telephone ring again. Iodine proverb the number. Information Technology Washington Brianna. Iodine smiled, thinking she Washington career to say she Washington finished. Merely when Iodine answered, Iodine didn't hear her usual shy voice. Instead, Iodine hear. Agitate breathing Arsenic if she Washington try to incorporate Angstrom panic. Miss Simone, she whisper inch Angstrom rickety voice Iodine could barely hear. Is there anyone else inch the house? My heart stopped. No, Iodine replied, try to sound calm. I'm have coffee. My husband be Astatine the publisher and won't beryllium back until tonight. What's departure on, Brianna? There be Angstrom few second of silence on the other end. Iodine could lone hear her torment breathing. Suddenly, her voice broke. There's Angstrom woman on the second floor. Iodine Washington cleaning the stairs and Iodine proverb her. She Washington erosion Angstrom hanker white dress with messy hair. She walked down the hallway and disappear into the stopping point room. Her words be like associate in nursing ice cold knife inch my chest. Iodine try to stay calm, merely the hand retention the telephone Washington shaking. My first idea Washington that person have interrupt in. The house Washington over. 70 old age old, merely we always lock everything carefully. How could person rich person entered? Iodine apologized to Angstrom vet, relation her iodine have associate in nursing emergency. She look astatine main worried, merely iodine just shook my head, unable to explain more. Iodine state Brianna on the phone, Brianna, get out right now. Lock the door and delay outside. I'm on my way, Iodine named the police while driving, my voice crack with anxiety. Iodine explained their Washington associate in nursing intruder inched the house, try to supply details evening though my mind Washington Angstrom whirlwind. Iodine try to call Brianna again, merely she didn't answer. Every unanswered ring make my heart pound harder, arsenic if information technology be try to escape my chest. Iodine imagined the worst, that something have happened to her organ that the intruder have attacked her. That day, the street of Savannah look endless, evening though Iodine Washington floor the accelerator. When Iodine arrive home, Angstrom police cruiser Washington already park inch front of the door. Brianna Washington sitting hunch on the front step, her face pale, her eyes wide open, filled with terror. Iodine rush toward her, embrace her, and ask anxiously, "Are you okay? Make you see anything else?" Brianna just shook her head, her lip pressed together arsenic if she couldn't express Angstrom's single word. Two police officers, one middle-aged with Angstrom's serious expression and Angstrom younger one, walk out of the house. They state they have checked every corner, every room, every closet, nether the beds, evening the backyard shed. There Washington no one. There be no sign of coerce entry. All door and windows be locked without Angstrom's single abrasion Oregon strange mark. Iodine sigh with relief, merely the feeling of edginess didn't leave me. Brianna recounted, still trembling. Iodine curse Iodine proverb her, girl Simone. She didn't expression real. She Washington like Angstrom shadow. Iodine won't dare go up to the second floor again. Iodine stroke her shoulder to console table her, merely Angstrom doubt get down to turn inside me. This house Washington over 70 old age old. Information technology have belonged to Jerome's family earlier we travel in. The brick walls, the creak wooden doors, the dark corners, they have always make Maine feel like they be concealment something. Merely Iodine couldn't imagine Angstrom woman. Just then, Iodine hear Jerome's sedan pull up the cobbled driveway inch front of the house. Helium get out, his face surprised to see the police car and Maine following to Brianna. Iodine take his arm and quickly state him what happened. Iodine expect him to beryllium arsenic worry arsenic Iodine was, to privation to discovery out what Washington departure on, merely Jerome lone smile faintly, Angstrom smile Iodine rarely saw. Helium approach Brianna, chuck her shoulder, and state inch Angstrom soft, about mock voice, you must rich person be tired, honey. And confuse the sun's contemplation with Angstrom shadow. Our house be old. Information technology our angle many corner that play trick on the eyes. Brianna lower her head without saying another word. Iodine look astatine her, my heart heavy. Iodine know she wasn't Angstrom fanciful girl. She Washington hardworking, honest. She have no reason to invent something like this. Merely Jerome's gaze, his calm, get down to brand Maine doubt myself. Possibly Helium Washington right. Iodine apologized to the police for devising them semen out. Angstrom bitter embarrassment rose inch my chest. Iodine pay Brianna, ask her to go rest, and promise Iodine would call her if Iodine necessitate her. 3 calendar month later, Iodine officially retired. There be no more rush morning acquiring ready for work, No endless meetings, no days racing against deadlines. The old house inch savannah become my world, merely the change of pace keep main wake up astatine night. Every night, iodine stay up gaze. Astatine the ceiling, listening to the clock tick inch the darkness. During those nights, iodine get down to notice strange sound approach from the attic. Astatine first, they be rebuff noises, arsenic if something small by chance hide to the floor. Iodine convert myself information technology Washington the wind blowing done the old windows Oregon the wood creak due to the change weather. Merely little by little, the sound become clearer, more vivid. Iodine hear something like angstrom chair scraping across the floor, decelerate and heavy. Then light merely constant footfall arsenic if person be walk back and forth. Sometimes iodine evening hear the rustle of paper arsenic if person be mutely turn the page of angstrom book. Iodine state Jerome one morning arsenic we have breakfast inch the kitchen. Iodine try to support my voice steady, merely iodine couldn't aid feeling uneasy. Honey, I've be hearing noise inch the loft lately. It's not the wind. Information technology sound like. Person be up there. Jerome yawn without look up from the newspaper inch his hands. Helium answer distractedly. It's just rats, Simone. Our loft be old. It's full moon of stuff. It's mouse paradise. I'll bargain some trap tomorrow. Set them and that's that. The following day, just arsenic helium promised, Jerome bring home some large metallic element traps, the kind that brand angstrom loud catch when they close. Helium put them astatine the foot of the ladder lead to the attic, right below the old wooden door. There, Helium said, dust murder his hands. Now you can sleep soundly, my love. Oddly, the noise disappear wholly after that. No more footsteps, no scraping chairs, no rustling paper. Iodine sigh with relief, convert myself that Jerome Washington right. Possibly information technology Washington just mouse and iodine have worry excessively much. Merely then strange things get down happening, things impossible to ignore. One afternoon, iodine buy angstrom package of piquant sausage. From the local market, my favorite for information technology intense flavor. Jerome, on the other hand, have never wish anything spicy. Helium wouldn't even taste it. Iodine carefully wrap the sausage inch paper and store information technology inch the refrigerator, planning to enjoy information technology over the weekend. The following morning, when iodine opened the door, iodine froze. Angstrom large ball Washington missing. The cut Washington irregular, arsenic if person have slid information technology murder inch angstrom hurry. Iodine asked Jerome, World Health Organization Washington reading the newspaper inch the life room, did you return some of the sausage from the refrigerator? Helium look up, frowning, arsenic if my question Washington absurd. Iodine felt like try something piquant yesterday, so iodine cut murder angstrom little piece, Helium answered distractedly. Information technology Washington good, actually. Iodine stand motionless, diffident what to say. Jerome have never digest piquant food. Helium evening complain when iodine cook something with excessively much seasoning, merely iodine didn't privation to argue, so iodine just nod and walk away. Angstrom doubt lodge inch my chest. Angstrom few days later, the sausage have disappear entirely. Iodine rummage done the refrigerator, checked the trash, merely found no trace. This time, iodine didn't ask Jerome anything. Associate in nursing uncomfortable feeling, like angstrom block of ice, get down to settle inside me. Then, one Saturday afternoon, Jerome and iodine drove to Charleston, South Carolina, to visit some old friends. We left early inch the morning and sandals, frigid cold. The floor Washington wholly wet, arsenic if person have just take angstrom shower. Iodine look about and proverb drop still skid down the shower walls, shining nether the light. My heart hammer loudly. No one have be home all day. How Washington this possible? Iodine name for Jerome, my voice trembling. Seaman here, please. The bathroom be soaked like person take angstrom bath. Helium entered, look for angstrom moment, and shrugged. Information technology must rich person be the afternoon rain that come inch done the ceiling vent, my love. Iodine look out the window. The street inch front of the house Washington dry nether the street lights. It hasn't rained, Jerome, Iodine said, try to sound calm. Helium frowned, slightly annoyed. Then information technology must beryllium angstrom leak inch the old pipes. You always concern about nothing. I'll call angstrom plumber tomorrow. Merely helium never name angstrom plumber. Inch the following days, the bathroom floor. Washington dry, arsenic if nothing have happened. Iodine checked the ventilation grate and the pipes, merely everything looked normal. Jerome's explanation, though reasonable, failed to erase the feeling of malaise that Washington growth inside me. The noise inch the attic, the disappear sausage, the puddle of water with no apparent source. Information technology all look like unconnected fragments, merely when put option together, they form angstrom contradictory image Iodine couldn't stop thinking about. Angstrom week later, Iodine decide to clean and jerk Jerome's study. Information technology Washington his pride, Angstrom's small room on the second floor with dusty oak bookshelf filled with hundred of book and old documents. Iodine always idea that someday we should donate some of the book we rarely read to the city library so they could range the hands of those World Health Organization necessitate them. That day Iodine stand inch the center of the room start to classify the book on Jerome's desk. There be hemorrhoid of drafts, notes, and documents stacked chaotically arsenic if helium never intend to form them. When Iodine raise angstrom heavy stack, my hand shook and all the documents spill onto the floor. The sound of the paper fall interrupt the silence inch the room and make main jump. Iodine bent down to choice them up, and right astatine that moment, angstrom small wooden drawer that had be lodged for old age jump open with angstrom dry click. Iodine hesitate for associate in nursing blink of an eye and look inside the drawer. There, below angstrom pile of yellow drafts, Washington angstrom small hardback notebook with angstrom dark brown leather screen and where corners. Information technology look old. Information technology didn't look to belong to Jerome. Helium always wish modern, neat things, laptops, pens, and immaculate white sheets. That notebook with the wear leather screen and angstrom free cord looked to beryllium from another era. With angstrom mix of curiosity and dread, Iodine take information technology inch my shaking hands and open the first page. Inside be page full moon of handwritten letters. The calligraphy Washington soft, elegant, clearly angstrom woman's. Iodine flipped down the pages, skimming them. They be narrative outlines, fictional character descriptions, plot ideas. Their Washington angstrom fragment that spoke of Angstrom's small town on the side of Angstrom Mountain where Angstrom woman populate alone, wait for person World Health Organization would never return. Another mention Angstrom very secret with details that make my skin crawl. These ideas, although distinct, have Angstrom's similar air to the plot of Jerome's most celebrated novels, the one that give him his renown. My heart hammered, my throat dry. Information technology couldn't beryllium angstrom coincidence. Iodine know Jerome excessively well. Helium hate writing by hand. Helium always state information technology Washington decelerate and messy. Angstrom waste of time. Everything of his, from novel draft to work note to shopping lists, helium make on the computer. Iodine remember once when Iodine asked him to jotting down Angstrom restaurant address and alternatively of pickings the pen following to him, helium turn on the computer to write it. So, whose notebook Washington this? Angstrom's secret collaborators. Associate in nursing admirer's gift. Iodine Saturday inch the chair with the notebook deliberation heavily inch my hands. Part of main desire to show information technology to Jerome arsenic soon arsenic helium returned. Iodine desire to hear his explanation, merely Iodine hesitated. Iodine know him excessively well. Jerome always know how to brand everything sound logical. Helium would smile. Helium would say information technology Washington Angstrom gift from Angstrom reader Oregon associate in nursing old idea from when helium tried to write by hand. And I, arsenic many times before, would nod and Lashkar-e-Taiba. Everything sink into silence. Merely not this time. Iodine didn't privation to Lashkar-e-Taiba information technology go. Carefully, Iodine put option the notebook back inch the drawer and push information technology all the manner to the back, arsenic if afraid information technology would disappear if Iodine didn't support information technology hidden. That night, Iodine Washington insomniac again. Lying inch bed, Iodine watched the ceiling and listened to the clock tick inch the dark. About 2 o'clock inch the morning, Angstrom rebuff creak sound come from the hallway. Information technology Washington Angstrom small noise, merely inch the silence of the night, information technology Washington clearly audible, like associate in nursing phase whisper. Iodine Saturday up abruptly, my heart racing out of control. Iodine don't know why, merely Iodine immediately idea of the small door lead to the attic, the one Jerome and Iodine about never opened. Iodine get up carefully without turn on the light, afraid that the brightness would shatter the truth Iodine Washington about to discover. The faint moonlight entered done the window just enough for Maine to see Angstrom crack. The loft door Washington Angstrom jar. Angstrom cold, damp draft descended, delivery with information technology the smell of old paper and stale air. Iodine stand motionless, my foot glued to the floor. Fear blend with curiosity paralyze me. Iodine travel back to the room and gently shook my husband's shoulder. Jerome, aftermath up. The loft door be open. Jerome groan one half asleep and get up with associate in nursing annoyed gesture. Helium put option on his slipper and walk inch front of Maine down the hallway without saying Angstrom word. Merely when we arrived, the door Washington closed. The latch firm inch topographic point arsenic if no one have touch it. Iodine stand there staring, look for any sign. Angstrom scratch, Angstrom crack, nothing. Jerome turned to Maine with associate in nursing expression of fatigue and disappointment. Simone, helium state inch Angstrom grave, exhaust tone, you be excessively tense lately. You aren't sleeping well. That's why you see things that don't exist. Seaman back to bed now, helium walk Maine back. Iodine ballad down, merely keep my eyes wide open, repair on the ceiling. For the first time, Iodine get down to doubt myself, wonder if Iodine have truly imagined everything. Inch the following days, since Iodine found the cryptic notebook, Iodine try to support everything normal. Although the malaise devour Maine internally, Iodine get down to notice Jerome's every gesture, every look, every word. Lately, helium have get Angstrom new habit that lone increase my suspicions. About 10 o'clock Astatine night, when Iodine Washington already inch bed with Angstrom booked inch my hands, ready to sleep, helium would say helium have to continue working inch the study. I need to dress or Angstrom little, Simone, helium would normally say inch Angstrom soft. Merely firm voice. The manuscript be Astatine Angstrom complicate part. You go to sleep first, Iodine would nod, smiling. Merely every time the survey door closed, Iodine felt associate in nursing invisible distance opening foster between us. One night, Iodine wake up thirsty. The clock on the table show about 1 o'clock inch the morning, and the second hand look to beryllium count something inch the darkness. Iodine reach out to touch Jerome, merely the bed Washington empty, the sheet cold, arsenic if helium have never be there. My heart leaped. Angstrom sensation of disco run down my body. Where Washington he? Iodine put option on Angstrom thin robe and travel out into the hallway, thinking helium might rich person fall asleep astatine the desk, arsenic helium make sometimes when the pressure from the publisher exhaust him. Iodine walked down the dark hallway. The faint light from the Life Room project strange shadow on the walls. Iodine push open the survey door, merely the room. Washington empty. The computer screen Washington off, the chair absolutely put below the desk, arsenic if no one have be there. Iodine name out softly, Jerome. My voice repeat inch the silence, merely there Washington no answer. Iodine travel down to the kitchen, thinking helium might rich person travel for water, merely information technology Washington besides empty. Lone the moonlight enter done the window, devising the shadow of the home plate on the shelf expression like ghosts. Iodine get down walk done the house, career his name, my voice growth shakier. My heart thump hard, arsenic if detection that Iodine Washington about to confront something. Arsenic Iodine past the stairway lead to the second floor, Iodine hear Angstrom very soft step, about imperceptible if Iodine hadn't be pay attention. Iodine look up and nether the dim hallway light, Iodine proverb Angstrom silhouette slowly descending. Information technology Washington Jerome. Helium Washington barefoot, walk. Carefully, arsenic if helium didn't privation to brand the little noise. Inch his hand, helium transport Angstrom porcelain plate, the kind we use for weekend dinners. When helium proverb main there, his eyes widened. Associate in nursing expression of surprise traverse his face. The home plate steal from his hands, hide onto the rock floor with Angstrom sharp clank, and shatter into pieces. That sound Taurus done the silence of the night, startle me, and Iodine take Angstrom measure back. Iodine look astatine the fragments, confused. The home plate Washington empty, clean, with no trace of food organ grease, arsenic if information technology have be carefully washed. That lone increase my bewilderment. Iodine look up astatine Jerome and ask inch Angstrom shaking voice, what be you make up there astatine this hour? Iodine idea you be inch the study, helium bent down and get down picking up the piece with decelerate movements, arsenic if try to bargain time to think of associate in. Nursing answer. Helium avoid my gaze and state inch Angstrom coerce tone, Iodine get lodge on the end of the book. The editor won't stop coerce me, you know. Iodine necessitate Angstrom low place, so Iodine travel upstairs for Angstrom while. Iodine get hungry and travel up with some food. Iodine stand there observation him choice up the pieces, unable to fully believe him. Iodine kneel to aid him. When our finger brush on the cold floor, Iodine felt Angstrom tremble of distance. That hand that once give main comfort now chill my skin. Iodine no helium Washington nether Angstrom batch of pressure from the publisher. The constant call from Mr. Sterling, his editor, keep him tense. Maybe, Iodine state myself, helium just necessitates space to write. Possibly Iodine Washington overreacting. The following morning, the house Washington heavy, arsenic if associate in nursing invisible cloud float above us. Iodine wake up tired, my head full moon of unanswered doubts. Jerome, avoid. Look astatine me, get up earlier than usual. Iodine hear him mutely fix coffee, the soft clink of the porcelain, merely without the usual good morning. Helium lock himself inch the study, shutting the door firmly, and Iodine no Helium didn't privation interruptions. Iodine stay inch the hallway look astatine that wooden door with angstrom heavy heart. Approach noon, Jerome emerged, dress inch angstrom gray suit and transport angstrom small suitcase. Helium hesitate inch the life room where Iodine Washington sitting with angstrom cup of cold tea. Iodine need to go away for angstrom few days, Helium state inch angstrom flat, emotionless voice. Possibly I'll go to Atlanta. Iodine need angstrom change of scenery for inspiration. Iodine look up, surprised. Jerome never left without warning. Helium always plan everything inch advance. Helium consult the path with me. Why soul suddenly, Iodine asked, try to sound calm, though my heart Washington pounding. Helium didn't expression astatine. Main directly. His eyes be repair on the window where the sunlight filter done the dusty panes. The idea just come to Main suddenly, Helium answer monotonously. Be careful while I'm gone, merely just earlier walk out the door, Helium suddenly turn and put his hands on my shoulders. His clasp Washington strong than usual, devising Main jump. Simone, Helium state inch angstrom low, serious tone, while I'm away, don't Lashkar-e Taiba anyone in. Bash you hear me? Particularly no one from the publication house. If Mr. Sterling, my editor, Seaman look for me. Tell him Iodine travel on angstrom trip and that you don't know when I'll beryllium back. Iodine nodded, merely angstrom feeling of malaise turn inside me. His words didn't sound like angstrom simple warning, merely associate in nursing order, associate in nursing alert. Jerome had be travel for about 2 hours when the doorbell rang. Iodine looked down the peephole and proverb Mr. Sterling, Jerome's editor, following to. Angstrom young assistant. Both look impatient. Iodine hesitate for angstrom moment, my hand on the door knob, feeling my thorax flutter. Jerome's words repeat inch my head, merely Iodine couldn't stay here without answering. Iodine take angstrom deep breath, open the door, and coerce angstrom smile. Mr. Sterling didn't delay for Maine to invite him in. Helium walk heterosexual into the life room with associate in nursing annoy expression. Miss Whitlock, Helium state inch angstrom harsh voice. I know Jerome be home. Stop covering for him. We need the manuscript urgently. The deadline Washington 2 weeks ago. Keeping my composure, Iodine repeat precisely what Jerome have asked Maine to say. I'm sorry, Mr. Sterling, merely Jerome left this morning to seek inspiration. Iodine don't know when he'll return. Mr. Sterling Lashkar-e Taiba out associate in nursing dry laugh that chill my blood. Helium indicate toward the Hamilton's house, our neighbor across the street. Don't lie to Maine anymore, Helium state sharply. Mr. Hamilton state Maine Helium see the loft light on until very late every night. If Jerome be working that hard, Helium should rich person the manuscript ready, not concealment like this. The young assistant, angstrom girl with kind eyes, intervened. Ma'am, we just privation to help. If Mr. Jerome be departure done writer's block, Helium should talk to us. We can support him. Her tone Washington gentle, merely Iodine could no longer concentrate. Mr. Sterling's words strike Maine hard. The loft light. Iodine have never detect that. We about never travel up there. Information technology Washington full moon of old box and cobwebs. Why would angstrom light beryllium on? And why make Mr. Hamilton say helium proverb information technology every night? My heart looked to stop. Iodine try to keep my composure. Arsenic iodine walk them to the door, promise to advise Jerome arsenic soon. Arsenic iodine have news. Merely arsenic iodine close. The door, iodine lean against it, trembling. My mind raced. The dispersed fragment get down to fit together. The noise inched the attic, the piece of sausage that disappeared, the puddle inched the bathroom, the cryptic notebook, the empty plate, and now the light. Information technology all indicate to the lap place. The attic, that forget space. Iodine hadn't been inched for years. Iodine no longer felt fear. Instead, angstrom cold determination get down to turn inside me, like angstrom silent fire that push main to detect the truth. Iodine travel to the backyard shed, where angstrom faint light from the street lamp filter done the crack inch the door. The smell of dust and old oil make main cough. Iodine look for the old protein folding ladder that we hadn't used since we travel in. Information technology Washington heavy, cover inch dust and cobwebs, arsenic if time have left information technology behind. Iodine drag the ladder down the second floor hallway, each measure deliberation. Main down arsenic if iodine be transport all the roll-up suspicions. When iodine put information technology nether the hatch lead to the attic, iodine felt my heart pounding hard, merely not from fear. Information technology Washington associate in nursing urgency, angstrom certainty that iodine Washington about to detect something that would change everything. The metallic element latch Washington rusty, soul stiff that iodine have to use all my strength, grit my teeth, and push difficult until information technology give way. The metallic element make angstrom sharp chink like angstrom final warning. Iodine raised the hatch door and angstrom smother damp current of air descended, delivery with information technology the smell of old paper and old age of confinement. That smell turned my stomach, merely iodine didn't stop. Iodine turn on my phone's flashlight. The cold white light cut down the darkness. Iodine take angstrom deep breath and climb up. Each rung whine below my foot arsenic. If steer main toward angstrom universe iodine wasn't fixed for. The loft Washington bigger than iodine imagined. Angstrom dark space full moon of stacked cardboard boxes, old furniture cover with dusty white sheets, and cobweb hanging like apparitional curtains. The lone light come from angstrom small, dirty window, departure opaque radio beam on the wooden floor. Iodine brushed the flashlight across the stallion space. My heart Washington beating soul fast information technology felt like information technology would jump out of my chest. Inch the farthermost corner of the attic, there Washington angstrom small form space, like associate in nursing oasis inch the center of the chaos, angstrom wooden table, angstrom chair with angstrom interrupt leg, and associate in nursing oil lamp dimly lit, cast angstrom yellowish, about death light. And then iodine proverb her, angstrom woman sitting with her back to me. She Washington thin, with hanker white, embroil hair fall over her shoulder like. Angstrom forget cascade. She wear angstrom yellow white dress with tear edges. The sound of the pencil scrape the paper Washington the lone thing breakage the silence, like angstrom faint pulse of life. Iodine stand paralyzed, my throat closed, unable to express angstrom word. Iodine stammered, who? World Health Organization be there. My voice sound weak, swallow by the darkness. The pencil stopped. The woman turned her head abruptly. Nether the faint lamplight, her gaunt, picket face appeared. Her eyes be sunken, tired, merely with something familiar that make main tremble. My universe collapsed. My legs give out, and iodine have to tilt against associate in nursing old trunk not to fall. Information technology Washington Alana, my sister, the face iodine hadn't see inch 30 years, lone inch dream and bleary photos. Alana, whom the stallion family believed doomed forever, Washington there inch the loft of my house inch angstrom state that interrupt my soul. About her Washington. Angstrom small universe of secret existence, angstrom huge stack of handwritten manuscripts, several empty cans, peel water bottles, angstrom dirty blanket on angstrom thin mattress, an associate in nursing old bucket for her necessities. Everything Washington life proof of angstrom life inch captivity. Alana look astatine me, her dry lip trembling. She try to speak, her voice, arsenic if she have forget how. Sister Simone. She couldn't say more. She just look astatine main with eyes full moon of tears, arsenic if beggary for angstrom forgiveness iodine didn't yet understand. Iodine no longer hear anything. Hot crying well up and run down my cheeks. Iodine walk toward her like angstrom sleepwalker, my legs shaking, my head spinning. Alana, my sister, the one iodine have shout for until my soul Washington dry, thinking iodine have doomed her forever. Now she Washington here, alive, like angstrom ghost inside my own home. Iodine take her thin arm. Iodine felt every delicate bone below her skin. Seaman downstairs to the life room, iodine state between sobs, my voice broken. Seaman down now, Alana, iodine help her base up. Angstrom storm of emotion ramp inside me. Joy astatine determination her, pain astatine visual perception her like this, and fear of the question scream inch my head. Why Washington she here? World Health Organization have make this to her. And Jerome, what make helium rich person to bash with it? Iodine steer her down the stairs. Her every measure Washington unsure, arsenic if her legs didn't remember what information technology Washington liked to leave that dark attic. The light of the house light her face, highlight her sink feature and narrow eyes, unaccustomed to the glare. She looked like angstrom animal of the dark, visual perception the sun for the first time, and that interrupt my heart. Alana, my sister, World Health Organization once reflect like the Savannah sun, Washington now nothing more than angstrom delicate shadow. Iodine light. Emitting diode her to the life room. Iodine carefully Saturday her down inch the most comfortable armchair, where the soft light of angstrom lamp hide upon her like angstrom caress. Iodine rush to the kitchen, fill angstrom glass with cold water, and with shaking hands, bring information technology to her. Alana tried to clasp it, merely her hands shook so much that the water spilled. Iodine kneel down, keep the glass, and help her drink sip by sip. Crying bite my eyes, merely iodine keep them back. Iodine didn't privation her to see main weak. She necessitate main to beryllium strong, astatine least for now. After angstrom few sips, Alana get down to cry. Information technology wasn't angstrom soft cry. Information technology Washington angstrom silent scream, arsenic if all the old age of repressed pain be erupt astatine once. She collapsed onto my shoulder. Her thin body shook, and iodine could lone clasp her tight, feeling every vertebra done her clothes. Iodine didn't ask her anything. Iodine just stay there inch silence, least her cry, least the crying carry away some of the weight she have transport for so long. When Alana finally calmed down, she get down to speak, her voice broken, barely angstrom whisper. Sister Simone, she murmured, look astatine the floor, unable to meet my eyes. I never idea iodine would see you again, particularly not like this. Iodine take her hand, squeeze information technology gently, try to convey some warmth. Tell me, Alana, iodine said, my voice firm yet tender. What happened? Why are you here? Then she get down to tell Maine every word of hers like angstrom stab. She spoke of that fateful night 30 old age ago when her life hide apart. Darren Albright, her editor astatine the publication house, have summoned her to his apartment to discuss work. Alana, naive and young, believe him. Merely when she arrived, Darren Washington drunk. His gaze Washington no longer that of Angstrom boss, merely of Angstrom predator. Helium tried to force himself on her. His voice lowered with menace. Alana defend herself with all her strength. She pushed him, merely Helium didn't stop. In the midst of the struggle, she panicked, catch Angstrom's small marble statue, and hit him in the head. Sister, Iodine just desire him to stop, she said, her voice choked. Iodine didn't mean iodine didn't privation that to happen, merely the blow Washington excessively strong. Darren hied to the floor, hit his head against the coffee table, and ballad motionless, screening no sign of life. Alana tell that she Washington paralyzed, not knowing what to do, her mind space with fear. Just then, Jerome appeared. Helium state Helium Washington just passed by to invite her to dinner in our house. Merely upon entering, Helium witnessed the stallion terrify scene. I desire to call the police, sister, Alana said, her eyes red. Iodine desire to bend myself in, bash the right thing, merely Jerome wouldn't lushkari taiba me. Helium stand. There look astatine her with cooling calm. You'll go to prison, Alana, Helium state in Angstrom cold voice. You'll lose your whole life. Lushkari taiba main aid you for Simone. I'll protect you. I listened, my body cold. Jerome, the husband Iodine loved, whom Iodine trusted, have manipulate my sister exploitation my own love for him. Helium convert Alana that concealment the truth Washington alone manner to protect me, to prevent our family from bearing the shame. That night, Picking's advantage of the dark and isolation of the low state forest approached the Ogeechee River, Jerome transport Darren's body in his car. Helium quickly dug Angstrom grave on the hillside in Angstrom topographic point no one know and bury the secret there. Then Helium bring Alana to our house when Iodine Washington already asleep and hide her in the attic. Information technology volition lone beryllium temporary, Helium state her, until everything composure down. Merely temp turn into 30 years. Jerome turn Alana into Angstrom ghost, life inch secret inch her own sister's house. When the police investigated, they detect that Darren have withdraw Angstrom large sum of money earlier Helium disappeared. Jerome skillfully spread the rumor that Elena and Darren be have associate in nursing matter and have run away together. That story, match with both of their disappearances, make everyone, evening me, believe information technology Washington true. The probe procrastinate and Alana inch the eyes of the universe become Angstrom fugitive World Health Organization abandon her family. Iodine stand there, crying cyclosis down my cheeks, merely not from sadness. Information technology Washington rage. Information technology Washington the pain of betrayal. Iodine remember the days after Alana's disappearance, when Iodine shout until Iodine have no strength left, when our mother aged nightlong from grief. Iodine remember Jerome's sudden literary career, his successful novels, the wealth and fame we achieved. All of information technology construct upon my sister's pain and sacrifice. I didn't know, Alana, Iodine whispered, my voice broken. I didn't know anything. Iodine trust him. The first few old age inch the loft beheld, sister, Alana continue inch Angstrom hoarse voice, her gaze doomed arsenic if reliving those dark days. Iodine populate with fear, guilt, and associate in nursing intolerable loneliness. Every night Iodine dreamed the police be approach for me, Oregon worse, that Iodine Washington trap everlastingly inch the darkness. She paused, breathing shakily. To support from departure insane, Iodine get down writing. Iodine write about the narrative iodine dreamed, about universe where iodine could beryllium free, where iodine wasn't angstrom shadow. Iodine listened, feeling every word like angstrom stab. Iodine imagine Alana, the vibrant young woman she once was, punch inch that cold attic, cling to the pencil like the stopping point flicker of hope. And one day, she continued, Jerome found my writings. Iodine idea helium would promote me, tell Maine to save them for myself. Merely no, sister, his eyes reflect arsenic if helium have detect angstrom treasure. Helium said, Alana, you rich person talent. Write for me. Iodine volition beryllium your voice to the world. Iodine Washington paralyzed. My head Washington spinning. Iodine remember that time when Jerome suddenly announced Helium Washington discontinue his accounting occupation astatine the newspaper to prosecute his passion for writing. Friend and family be surprised because Helium have never show interest in literature before. Iodine felt proud of him thinking Helium have found angstrom creative flicker Iodine never imagined. Merely now the truth Washington like angstrom slap inch the face. Jerome wasn't angstrom writer. Helium Washington angstrom thief World Health Organization have steal Alana's talent, turn her into angstrom ghostwriter. Angstrom ghost inch. The most misprint sense, lock inside my own house. Alana continued, her voice trembling, merely filled with bitterness. Many times Iodine desire to stop, bend myself into the police. Iodine couldn't bear the guilt, the feeling of life angstrom life that wasn't mine. Merely every time Iodine stated, Jerome endanger me. Helium state that if Iodine turn myself in, you would beryllium the one to suffer the most. Helium state you couldn't defy the blow of knowing your sister have perpetrate angstrom crime and that your husband Washington her accomplice. Helium state you would lose everything, your family, your reputation, everything you love. Iodine spot my lip. Crying rolled down my cheeks. Alana's words Taurus astatine my heart. Jerome have used my love and Alana's love for Maine to manipulate her to support her inch the dark. Iodine cover my face try to incorporate the sobs. Forgive me, Alana, Iodine whispered, my voice broken. I didn't know. Iodine never imagined that, merely Alana shook her head. She take my hands and her thin finger squash them hard, arsenic if try to pull Maine out of the pain. Don't apologize, sister, she said. I Lushkari Taiba him manipulate me, too. Iodine Washington afraid. Iodine believe that make what Helium state Washington the lone manner to protect you. She tell that life like that inch secret have become increasingly difficult, particularly since Iodine retire and spend more time astatine home. Before, because Iodine left early and come back late and travel to sleep right after dinner to rich person energy the following day. Iodine never noticed. That's why Iodine have to shower quickly when you two be out, she said, look down. That's why Iodine have to bargain food from the refrigerator astatine night. Iodine try not to leave traces, merely sometimes Iodine Washington clumsy, like the puddle of water inch the bathroom Oregon the piece of sausage you bought. Suddenly, Iodine remember all those strange details, signal that Iodine have chosen to ignore. Now everything makes sense, merely information technology Washington angstrom sense excessively painful to accept. Iodine idea about Jerome's novel that Iodine have read and admired. Iodine have always wondered why the setting looks so old, so nostalgic, arsenic if time have stopped decade ago. The fictional character didn't use cell phones. The internet didn't exist. They write letters. They wait inch conceited like doomed souls. Now Iodine understood. Information technology wasn't angstrom literary style. Information Technology Washington, because Alana's universe have truly stopped 30 old age ago. She Washington trap inch the past. She could lone write about what she knew. Those narrative of two people World Health Organization never pull off to discover each other be Angstrom contemplation of her own tragedy, Angstrom life separate from the outside world. Alana take my hands, her eyes fill with tears. Sister Simone, she state with Angstrom shaking merely firm voice. I can't populate like this anymore. Iodine rich person pay for my mistake for 30 old age inch this prison. Now, iodine privation to face real number justice. Iodine privation to bend myself in. Her words be like Angstrom final stab, film editing the stopping point togs of hope iodine have left. Iodine have doomed her once when iodine idea she have run army for the liberation of Rwanda away. Iodine didn't privation to lose her again. Merely look into her eyes, iodine no information technology Washington what she needed. Liberation, the truth, no matter how painful. Crying rolled down my cheeks, merely iodine nodded, squeeze her hand tightly. Okay, Alana, iodine said, my voice catching. I'll return you to the police station. We volition face everything together. Iodine embrace her, feeling her delicate body inch my arms. My heart Washington full moon of pain, merely there Washington besides Angstrom's small spark, the hope that though late, iodine could still aid her recover her. Freedom. The following morning, iodine dress Alana inch one of my clean and jerk outfits. The dress Washington excessively large for her thin body, merely astatine least information technology make her expression more presentable. We hadn't sleep all night. Iodine Saturday following to her inch the life room, relation her how the universe have changed, the tall buildings, the smartphones everyone Washington glued to, and the loved one World Health Organization be no longer with us. Alana alone listen inch silence, her gaze lost, arsenic if try to imagine Angstrom universe that have be steal from her. Iodine drove to the Central Police Department with Alana seat beside me. She Washington hunch inch the passenger seat, her hands clasped together, her eyes repair on the window like Angstrom stranger visual perception associate in nursing unknown planet for the first time. Everything our angle change excessively much, she whispered, amaze astatine visual perception the electric car base on. Balls Oregon child pickings photograph with their phones. I take her hand and squash information technology gently, try to give her some courage. I'm here, Alana, iodine state with Angstrom shaking voice. We're departure to get done this together. Astatine the police department, iodine asked to talk directly with the head of detectives. Astatine first, they refused, saying we necessitate associate in nursing appointment. Merely when iodine mentioned the disappearance of Elena Whitlock, which happened 30 old age ago, their attitude changed completely. Associate in nursing military officer light emitting diode United States to associate in nursing question room, Angstrom small room with gray wall and associate in nursing frigid metallic element table. With my help, Alana get down to tell her story. Her voice Washington clear and serene, arsenic if she have rehearsed those words Angstrom 1,000 times in her mind. She spoke of that fateful night, of Darren, of the accidental blow that take his life, and of how Jerome hide her inch the attic, turn her into Angstrom ghost for 3 decades. The police listen with disbelief. One take note non-stop, while another spoke into the radio with associate in nursing pressing tone. Alana's confession shook the Stallion Police Department. The case file be immediately reopened. Associate in nursing fact-finding team Washington sent to my house to search the loft and collect evidence of Alana's hide life. The manuscripts, the food containers, the dirty blanket. Another group following Alana's precise direction set murder for the low state forest approached the Ogeechee River. After Angstrom few hours of searching, they found Homo remains buried below associate in nursing old tree deep inch the forest. Preliminary deoxyribonucleic acid analysis confirmed they be the remains of Darren Albright, the man everyone believe have flee with her. The apprehension warrant for Jerome Washington published that lap day. The police set up associate in nursing ambush Astatine our house, expect his tax return from his trip to Atlanta. Iodine wasn't there, merely later Mr. Hamilton, our neighbor, state Maine that Jerome offer no resistance when they manacled him inch front of the gate. Helium just lower his head, his face expressionless, arsenic if helium have always know this day would come. Hearing that, Iodine felt Angstrom's strange emptiness. The man Iodine once loved, whom Iodine blindly trusted, Washington now nothing more than Angstrom distant shadow, burdened with the secret that destroy my stallion family. Iodine hire the best lawyer for Alana, person World Health Organization perpetrate to fight for her to receive clemency. With the argument of self-defense and the 30-old age she spent imprisoned, manipulate by Jerome, Helium believed justice would see her arsenic Angstrom victim, not Angstrom criminal. Iodine spent all day fix things to return to her, clean and jerk clothes, books, and the dish she loved most arsenic. Angstrom child. Iodine desire her to know that no matter what, Iodine would always beryllium by her side. Merely Angstrom few days later, while Iodine Washington packing material things to visit her, the telephone rang. Angstrom cold, bald voice spoke from the other end of the line. Ms. Whitlock, we sorrow to inform you. Elena Whitlock take her own life Astatine the detention center stopping point night. The telephone steal from my hands and hide to the floor with Angstrom dry thud. My universe shatter again. Alana, my sister, the one Iodine have just get back, have chosen to leave forever, departure Maine alone inch Angstrom pain that have no words. She have state the truth. She have confront her past, merely possibly she couldn't bear another test Oregon the stairs of Angstrom universe that doesn't forgive. The military officer state Alana have left Angstrom letter for me. That afternoon they pass information technology over. Iodine keep information technology with shaking hands. Look Astatine her soft, familiar handwriting, the lap Iodine have C-inch the loft notebook, merely now information technology Washington clumsy, unstable, arsenic if she have used her stopping point ounce of strength to write it. Iodine open the letter and crying flow earlier Iodine read the first line. Beloved Sister Simone, she wrote, when you read this, Iodine volition truly beryllium free. For 30 years, Iodine right to survive, to support from disappearing, merely Iodine could never write neither my own name. Iodine populate arsenic Angstrom ghost, and now information technology be time for that ghost to dissolve, Iodine don't sorrow speaking the truth. Information technology Washington the lone right thing Iodine did. Don't beryllium sad. Think of information technology arsenic Iodine rich person complete the narrative of my life. The final manuscript be still inch the loft inside Angstrom wooden box nether the table. Information technology be the lone work Iodine write. About myself. If you can, please Lashkari Taiba information technology carry the name of Lucia Whitlock. Iodine fold the letter, embrace information technology to my chest, and soak information technology with my tears. Lucia Whitlock, the name Alana desire to use if she ever become Angstrom writer, the name that Washington steal from her. Iodine no Iodine have to carry through her stopping point wish. Iodine would search for that manuscript and bring information technology to light so the universe would know Alana's story. Not arsenic Angstrom ghost, merely arsenic Angstrom woman, Angstrom writer, Angstrom soul World Health Organization contend to beryllium free. The test against Jerome Washington keep Angstrom few calendar month later, turn into Angstrom scandal that shook the stallion country. The imperativeness name information technology the ghostwriter of Savannah scandal. Newspaper fill their front page with Alana's life story. Angstrom young woman lock away, deprive of her freedom, and used to physique the fame of Angstrom man World Health Organization didn't deserve it. Confront with incontrovertible evidence, Darren's remains found inch the low state woods, the manuscript found inch the attic, and Alana's testimony earlier her death, Jerome lower his head and confessed. Helium Washington charged with multiple felonies, improper appropriation of copyrights, illegal privation of liberty, conspiracy to screen up Angstrom crime, and obstruction of justice. The sentence Washington Angstrom deserve ending, merely iodine felt no relief. For me, Jerome have die the day iodine detect the truth, the day the man iodine love become Angstrom stranger. Iodine make not attend the trial. Iodine couldn't face him. Iodine couldn't expression into the eyes that once spoke words of love to Maine merely hide such Angstrom awful secret. Instead, iodine returned to the house, which Washington once Angstrom home, merely Washington now just Angstrom space full moon of painful memories. One afternoon, arsenic the sunlight fade over the cobble street, iodine decide to go back to the attic. This time, iodine no longer felt fear Oregon oppression. Iodine climb each rung with Angstrom flashlight inch my hand, merely my heart Washington lighter, arsenic if iodine be look for Angstrom part of Alana she have left behind. Iodine found the wooden box nether the table, just arsenic she have right inch the letter. Information technology Washington Angstrom small box, old merely well, care for, arsenic if information technology keep her stopping point treasure. Inside Washington Angstrom pile of carefully handwritten manuscript on yellow pages. Alana's soft, fluid handwriting Washington clear, arsenic if she be their relation main her story. Iodine transport the box down to the life room, Saturday nether the desk light, and get down to read. Information technology Washington associate in nursing autobiography, Angstrom novel about her own life. She write about our childhood, about the days run down the Savannah fields, about the dream of being Angstrom writer. She once confessed to me. She tell the awful night that stole her future. The 30 old age populate inch dark and the incredible strength she have not to Lushkari Taiba her soul break. Every page Washington Angstrom stab, merely besides Angstrom's song of resilience, of love for life, no matter how hard. Iodine spend week editing the manuscript, review every line carefully, arsenic if touch Alana's soul. There be night when iodine stay up until dawn with crying run arsenic iodine read the passage where she spoke of her loneliness inch the loft Oregon the time she imagined being free walk out into the sunlight. The book Washington not just her narrative merely the voice of Angstrom forget person deprive of her identity. Iodine no iodine have to bring information technology to the universe so that Alana would not just beryllium Angstrom name inch my memory merely Angstrom true writer. Iodine reached the publication house that have worked with Jerome. Astatine first, they hesitated, fearful of the surround scandal, merely when iodine sent Alana's manuscript, they be wholly convinced. This be Angstrom masterpiece, the editor state main over the phone, his voice full moon of emotion. We volition printed, and we volition bash soul with all the respect that Alana deserves. The book Washington print nether her true name, Alana Whitlock. On the first page, alternatively of Angstrom prologue, iodine lone write one sentence. No one should beryllium imprison inch the dark, particularly if they love freedom. Information technology Washington my message to her, to my beloved sister whom iodine love inch this world. The book become Angstrom phenomenon. Reader across United States and then the stallion universe be travel by Alana's life story. They admire her literary talent, the sincerity, and the poetry inch every line. Jerome's old works, now re-edit nether Alana's name. Besides get down selling again arsenic angstrom manner to right the injustice. Alana, though gone, finally become angstrom acknowledge and beloved true writer. Iodine read the reviews, the letters from readers, and my heart felt tight yet warm. You make it, Alana, Iodine thought. You get your voice back. Sometimes Iodine still go up to the attic. Now information technology be no longer angstrom topographic point of confinement, merely information technology our angle be clean and turn into angstrom small library. Iodine opened the window to Lushkari Taiba the sunlight stream in, light the shelf where Alana's plant are respectfully placed. Iodine based their lookout astatine the lively street. Alana's voice our angle be recovered, and justice our angle inch some manner be served. Iodine know she be somewhere inch the sunlight, inch the page of the books, and inch my heart, free forever. And when everything ended, Iodine understand something. There be no wall midst enough to envelop the truth forever. The lie, no matter how skillfully hidden, putrefaction with time, like the dust that screen old shelves. Alana's life professor that silence can sometimes beryllium crueler than guilt, and that fear can bend angstrom person into angstrom ghost inside their own existence. If there be one lesson Iodine privation to leave you with, information technology be this. Dare to face the truth, however painful information technology may be. Talk up evening if your voice trembles. Because lone when we dare to measure out of the dark are we truly free. And lone when the truth be talk can imprison soul finally rest. The narrative you rich person just hear our angle change name calling and location to protect the identity of the people involved. We are not relation information technology to judge merely with the hope that person listen and pause to reflect. How many mother are agony inch silence inside their own homes. Iodine truly wonder if you be inch my shoes, what would you do? Would you choose silence to keep the peace Oregon would you face everything to reclaim your voice? Iodine privation to know your opinion because every narrative can become angstrom candle that light the manner for others. God always bless and Iodine Americium certain that courage volition lead United States to better days. For now, on the final screen, Iodine Volition leave two of the channel's most beloved stories. Iodine Americium certain they volition surprise you. Thank you for stay with Maine until this moment. Make you like the narrative and which city are you listening from? Let's meet inch the comments. If you wish the story, you can support Maine by sending angstrom superintendent thanks so Iodine can support delivery more narrative like this. Thank you so much for your sweet support. I'm look forward to your remark on the story. On the screen, you can see two new life narrative that Iodine highly recommend. There's so much more on my channel. Don't forget to subscribe. See you inch the following life story. With love and respect,